This program is brought to you by the following proud sponsors. The Alltech Media Group, the region's leading multimedia video production and marketing company, creating powerful and innovative marketing strategies that deliver exponential returns. And by California CEO Online Video Business Magazine, providing California's executives and regional leaders with economic development resources and regional branding solutions. And by StudioCast Pros, taking your web branding strategies to a new level by creating world-class online programs proven to engage audiences and enhance profits.
Welcome to 1 Million Cups. I'm Dwight Cromie. Today's speaker is Mr. Jay Goth, and he'll be talking about InSoCal Connect. Jay?
Thanks, Dwight. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to 1 Million Cups Riverside. InSoCal Connect is one of the sponsors. We had one of our companies that had to go out of town at the last minute, so I'm going to fill in. And I want to tell you a little bit about a startup for startups. That's InSoCal Connect. We're basically a startup that is helping entrepreneurs grow their businesses in the Inland Empire. So we have a couple of programs that we use. One of them is Springboard. We also have a tech transfer program that allows us to commercialize technology from universities or other research organizations, pair that up with entrepreneurs and bring it out to market. We have special interest groups that we formed that are kind of what we see as precursors to industry clusters. So we help them get organized, and then we get a little synergy going between all those organizations. We have a thought leadership series, which is a speaking series, and we have one coming up that I'll tell you about in a few minutes. But what we're trying to do is bring in people from all over the country to come and talk to our entrepreneurs and share with them their insights in the area. Then we put on a series of workshops and events. Million Cups is an example. So Springboard is a structured mentorship program. Basically the way it works is companies come and they present to what we call an intake panel, and that's a group of 4 or 5 seasoned entrepreneurs who have been through the process. And we look at the companies for a couple of things. We look at them for scalability. Are they going to be able to grow big? We look at them for concept. Do they have a market niche that is applicable, that we can actually help them grow? We look at the management team, see who's on board, who needs to be on board. And we look at commercial viability. And what we want to do is help these companies through a mentorship program actually go through the process of building a plan and an investor pitch to where they'd be able to get investment from outside groups. So if you look at this diagram, I know it looks a little convoluted, but really it's pretty simple. At the very beginning, we have the application process and then the intake panel. We basically assess their innovation, make sure it's something that there's a real social problem behind it, or there's a big market opportunity. We want to make sure that these companies have that they have the ability to establish themselves and grow. Then after that, we start our mentoring. We assign them a primary entrepreneur in residence or mentor who's actually usually started a company in their industry, has funded it, has grown it, and has either sold it or gone public. So we want somebody who's gone through the entire process. That's the primary mentor, but then they bring in all other kinds of mentors to help them. So we help them assess their business plan. We identify the gaps in their business plan. We help them fill those gaps in. And then we go over their marketing plan. When their marketing plan is finished, we put together a marketing strategic plan, and we put them in front of a group of marketing experts. Then we do the same thing with their finances. Then we help them build their investor deck after we've gone through this process. And by the time we're done, they're ready to graduate. And at that point, we put them in front of actual check writers. That's our Springboard program. Right now, we have 3 companies in the program. Invisid Software, who's already presented at Million Cups before. Twubs, which is a local company that aggregates hashtags. And Picking Duck, which is a stealth company that's kind of like a handicapper's online marketplace. Tech transfer is our second initiative, and we work with a number of groups in the area to commercialize technology. So we have formed a working group, and that's headed by Dr. John Tilquist from Riverside Community College District. We also have Rebecca Goldware from the University of California, Riverside, Jennifer Stewart from the Naval Surface Warfare Center in Corona, Terry Bibbins, who was an entrepreneur in residence at the SBA for 5 years, and Russell Yaidi, who is an attorney with Kenobi Martins, a large intellectual property firm. Our next program is the special interest groups. And what we do, like I said, is we try to identify pre-clusters of associated people who are in an industry. So in our area, agriculture is still a pretty big industry, even though it's getting kind of pushed out. And so what we did last week is we had an agricultural event at the Farmstead Market in Murrieta, where we had over 50 people attend, from the Water District to the Farm Bureau to ranchers, vintners. And basically what we did is get all these people together to kind of form a group setting where everyone can connect with each other and we can start establishing synergy. And then after that, we'll start communicating with each other. And as time goes on, we'll form an actual industry cluster. We have a thought leadership series, and that's where we bring the speakers in from around the country. So we have one coming up November 12th from noon to 1:30 p.m. And that's going to be Dr. Mary Walshock. And this lady is incredible. She's really somebody who walks the walk. She was with UCSD, and she was actually one of the founders of the original Connect program back in the 80s. And that's going to be a great thing. We've also had venture capitalists come from as far away as Illinois. We have a Silicon Valley marketing group coming in that has launched 30 startups in the Silicon Valley area. They're coming in January. So that's another thing that we put on. Then we put on a series of workshop events. So we have one actually this morning in Riverside. We have another one this afternoon in Murrieta about social media. We've also done leadership events. We've done all kinds of different events. You tell us as entrepreneurs what you need from us, and we'll put those events on for you. Then, of course, we're sponsors of the Million Cups. We archive all of the Million Cups videos on connecttube.org. So if for some reason you can't make it to our event itself, or you can't make it and you miss the live stream, we actually archive the videos so you can see them later. Then we have two locations. One is in Murrieta, and that's at the Murrieta Innovation Center. And that's a 16,000 square foot facility. And basically what we're doing there is we're creating a place where companies can come and grow. And then we're going to be located in Riverside, and we haven't identified that location yet, but we will have two locations in the Riverside area. Next year, we want to have an international focus. We're going to take our innovation asset report that we produced in 2012 and update it next year. And then we want to bring in some new springboard companies. So that's InSoCal Connect in a nutshell, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
So anyone have a question at the moment? I do, Jay. With everything that you've got going on, how are you integrating other businesses or potential sponsors to help with your programs?
Okay, well, what we do is we identify the kind of groups that would get a benefit from sponsoring InSoCal Connect. So that could be an attorney firm, it could be accountants, it could be media organizations, it could be someone like, a software provider like Microsoft, it could be Cisco, it could be a big banking organization. So any of those companies want access to the kind of early stage companies we have, and they can provide services. So I see that as a natural synergy.
And how do younger entrepreneurs, and when I say younger entrepreneurs, that doesn't mean they're young, it means they're young at entrepreneurship, or they've come up with an idea or a project or product. How do they get on, say, your Million Cups program?
Well, it's pretty simple. We have the 1 Million Cups Riverside, so if you go to 1millioncups.com, you can actually go to that website and you'll see Riverside is one of the communities. There's I think, over 50 communities now in the United States that do this Million Cups program every Wednesday morning. And you can scroll down through the website, and there's actually 2 buttons, one to present if you want to present here, and one to attend if you want to attend here. And then there's also a place where you can go on live stream and actually see this live from your office in the morning on Wednesdays.
Now, is that just limited to startup companies, or could that, say, be a manufacturer or a company that has developed a new product? Can they come in and present that new product on
1 Million Cups is all about innovation. So if it's a manufacturer who's designed a new advanced manufacturing capability, that would be interesting. But if it's somebody who's just come up with a new widget, then that's not really innovative. We're looking for innovation, and really we're concentrating on startups, but we're always looking at companies. If they can pivot, then we'd be happy to help them, get the exposure that can be provided through 1 Million Cups.
Any other questions from the audience?
Jay, what's your background and how did you evolve into the InSoCal Connect program?
Well, that's a good question. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've started dozens of companies. Some of them have been wildly successful, and we've been able to take them public and make money. Others I've sold, and then others have failed. So I've been through all of the processes. So I kind of gravitated towards this. I was recruited by Mark Mitchell at TriTech SBDC about 4 years ago to work with early stage companies as a mentor. And I had started making connections with a lot of different groups. And basically when the opportunity at InSoCal Connect opened up for somebody to step into a leadership position, I grabbed the opportunity like any entrepreneur would do. And I said, this organization needs a jump start. I'm ready to jump in and take charge, and that's what I did. So I've established a number of programs, and we're on our way.
Okay, maybe one final question for you, Jay. For your Million Cups program, and for those businesses, banks, attorneys, whoever, who would like to get in front of some of these young entrepreneurs and be able to reach out to them, can they sponsor 1 Million Cups?
Yes, we have sponsorships available throughout the InSoCal Connect range of programs. Right now, InSoCal Connect, Riverside.io, the Co-working Connection in Murrieta, and the City of Riverside are all sponsoring the 1 Million Cups program. But we do have opportunities for anybody who wants access to this type of person to be a sponsor of the group.
Great.
And then finally, Dwight, I want to say the one thing that we could use from the 1 Million Cups community is any entrepreneurs that are interested in growing their business and want some of the resources that we can provide through InSoCal Connect, please feel free to contact us. And if you are a potential sponsor or even a mentor, if you've been through the process and you want to give back to the community and help some of these baby companies grow up and become the next Qualcomm, then we'd love to talk to you.
Great. Thank you, Jay. And again, thank you for watching this segment of Million Cups. We'll be back in a moment.
Thanks, everybody.
This program was brought to you by the following proud sponsors: the Alltech Media Group, the region's leading multimedia video production and marketing company, creating powerful and innovative marketing strategies that deliver exponential returns. And by California CEO Online Video Business Magazine, providing California's executives and regional leaders with economic development resources and regional branding solutions. And by StudioCast Pros, taking your web branding strategies to a new level by creating world-class online programs proven to engage audiences and enhance profits.